Wonders of Space Age Tomorrow.
Welcome back to Roadside Nuggets, folks. My name is Georgie, here with 5D Full Disclosure with y'all this evening. How is everybody doing? This energy is hot today. So I'm going to give y'all a few moments to kind of pour in, but just to give you a heads up, it is a lot of energy today. Angels, creation, prime source creator is on the move, and things are moving outward now in an external way where physically it will cause a lot of changes and interactions for you that you have not planned for. So everyone get ready. We are going full throttle at this point now forward into the next phase of this ascension process. As it states, as of February 1st of this month is going to be really intense for everybody. It's going to knock your socks off. It's going to challenge you. It's going to put everything that you've been bypassing in your face. And it's all for a good, high purpose and reason. We have to get through these last few things within ourselves so we can clear it and then we can move on to the next phase. So, get ready, everybody. Fires are definitely going already. Pistons are going. We got to get ourselves into center because the energy is already here. Okay. Thing is about like fuel. You can have a full tank of gas in your car, but if you're not driving it, it's pointless. It's a waste, right? So all the energy is now fueling this planet. It is coming in hot and it is ready to propel us forward. However, we have to be in the driver's seat. Are you in your driver's seat? Are you behind the wheel? Are you making the decisions and choices you need to be making? Or are you unconscious? Are you just allowing your subconscious to rule over your life? And are you just in the slow lane, right? Wake up. This is the day. From here on out to the end of this month, it is going to rock your socks off, right? This is not coming with any kind of intimidation or any fear. This is pure whole truth because creation is done. Love is done with the whoreness on this planet. It is time to choose love. It is time to change everything and face ourselves. Face the truth. Change what our behaviors have been up to this point. What is the next step forward? What is the solution? What is the flip of it? We are not going to continue broken records over and over and over again. This energy now that is hitting us, humanity, is going to break all cycles. And as you have already been aware of and already been alerted to, by the end of this month, the Pluto return on the 22nd of February is going to really hit things to a whole nother ceiling level. The ceiling is going to break. And it's already starting to in the beginning now as we're starting to see things come out, like as we look towards Canada and the trucks all lining up. And even the tractors, the farmers are now lining up with them too. Everything is aligning for the great big buildup. Humanity is done. Love is done. Humanity is done being suppressed and controlled and enslaved in certain things. And it's just not, it's not the time anymore. It's not the era. It's not the planet. It's not the reality anymore for all of that. We have moved. We have evolved. We have changed and shifted. It's time now. It's high time for our physical reality to follow suit with that and embody and reflect where we are as a human collective. Can you truly say, looking out in the world that you live in now, that it reflects everything that you are as a human being? And if it does not, what are you doing about it to fix it? Are you standing up? Are you choosing to embody that truth for yourself? Are you facing your own ego? Are you facing your own lies and deceit and manipulation within yourself? And choosing to step forward and being that light, that example, to allow that experience, that reality, and that example into reality, physicality, to be seen and observed through someone physically. Are you doing that? It's high time everybody step up because this energy is not leaving. We are now in a new phase, humanity. As 2022 has started, we are in new from January. Things are going to be definitely a lot different from this year. February is not pulling back the shots, okay? Things are going to amp up to a whole nother level. These cycles have to break, and with that, a lot of times it comes with our stubbornness, our arrogance, and resistance, and thinking we know better. That allows us to bypass these things and think that we are out of reach of it. This has kept us delayed, held back, and stagnant in our healing, our truth, and our expansion. Now we are moving to a new place. There is no more room for this, humanity. It is time to face yourself. It is time to love yourself. It is time to forgive yourself. And this is another big concept that is slamming the collective now at this point. If you are sick, if you are ill, if you are dying, if you are not doing well, if you are slowing down, if you are breaking down from inside, you are not forgiving. And I will say this with all the intensity of love, unconditionally. You need to surrender now. You need to accept this now, this forgiveness. You are a hypocrite. You are a fraud. You are an arrogant asshole. If you think you can give anything of yourself to someone else before you give it to yourself first. You are a sham, fake, lying to yourself and everyone in humanity. You will not give yourself what you would give someone else. Feel into that for a moment. Does that make you feel good? That you do not deserve something that you would give somebody else first? It is a lie. It is the root of our pain and suffering, and it is something that has to break within us. We are not putting on a show anymore, humanity. We are not showing up for false impressions anymore, humanity. We are not wearing a mask. We are not choosing to embody false realities or choosing to follow stupid things that we already know where it leads to because we've already gone down that road so many times. When is it going to be a stop, a break, and a breakthrough? When is that moment for you, humanity? It should be now, because the energy is all climbing and climaxing up on you now at this point. As we reach a breaking point, and it's going to be somewhere between the middle of February before we get to the 22nd, you are going to know all of the collective is going to be very, 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 and I say that so many times because it is going to be that intense, very physically aware of the change in the air. It is going to change and shift your perception, your consciousness, your idea of where you think this whole world is going. It is going to jump timelines in your idea and concept of how this world works, where you thought it was going or what you thought was going to happen based off of what you can present momently see in your reality. Things are going to jump eons, light speed, beyond what you have already conceived. And just to share that with you is to go over, you have to let go. Every belief system, everything that you think is going to happen, how you think it's going to happen, or the way that you will experience that you will interact with that experience. It is not, and I will tell you this now, 100%, it is not going to happen exactly as you think it will. You have been asleep, you have been numb, you have been stagnant, you have been disassociated from the true, whole, pure truth. That is a fact. All of humanity, 8 billion beings, have been disconnected and disassociated with themselves and God, creation, and all that is already in existence. Everything is coming online now, and as we break these cycles and we break out of what has exhausted us and drained us our whole life, more of ourself is returning back to us. And the reason why your experience is so intense right now is because the cycle you have been stuck in is now ready to break, and it is not going to alleviate the pressure until you make the breakthrough. This is the test, the lesson, the blessing, and the healing all combined in one for each and every one of us. You have to choose it, accept it, and surrender to it. That's the test, that's the key, that's how it's going to move. You do not know better, humanity. And I will call myself out that first. I do not know better. You do not know better than creator, than creation, than what is going on present moment at this time. Quit projecting your bullshit onto the reality. Quit putting your self-important intentions out there. It does not matter anymore. Everything that has been said and done at this point is already sealed, signed, and delivered. Karma is now coming. Changes and corrections will now be ensued immediately. Creation is done. What you will begin to see from this day forward for the rest of this year is going to be tremendous, radical transformation shifts and wild cards like you have never believed. It is going to happen so fast, and it's going to dip you in and out of different pockets in yourself that you didn't even remember were there. Things that aren't important to you now, but they will be for a moment once you realize what part of yourself has been trapped there, ensnared, enslaved, under guilt and shame and bitterness and grief. When you release that, that is more of your true divinity coming back to you, and that's your empowerment, your confidence, your foundation and trust and faith and love and God and all creation that always was yours. Now you will know it. Now you will accept it. Now you will feel it. Now you will perceive it in a different way, and it will be real to you, humanity, for every single being on this planet, and that is coming. Whether you're first, second, or third wave, it does not matter. Humanity, it is done. The deed is done. The decree has already been said. Humanity is ascending. This planet is rising, and there's nothing to stop that. We have reached a new phase in the ascension process where the energy simply will not let up. And it's not out of torment. It's not out of pain and suffering. It's not out of punishment to any single soul on this planet. And I want to make that very, very clear. You are not being punished by God. You are being freed, liberated, and blessed with healing beyond your comprehension. And all you have to do is let go and trust and have faith, and the energy will do its job. Love will handle all the details if you get out of the way. The days of 3D dysfunction, where you force your way through life, where you command your way through life and steamrolling over other people's experiences, controlling, disempowering other people just so you can have a leg up. It is done, humanity. Every system in our entire reality is going to begin to fall. Is going to begin to crumble and shake and quiver under the weight of love that is now pouring into this planet, and it is filling up fast. This planet is a tank. It has a capacity. It has a volume limit. And it is filling up with love so fast that the ego has nowhere to run. That means everything within you that denies love, forgiveness, and sovereignty for your own self, for your soul. Love is coming for you. Love is not playing games anymore, and it wants you to see the fullness of what you are and who you are. And you cannot do that hiding in your filters, hiding in your pain and your trauma, lying to yourself and running from true love. You are not going to reach it doing that. And to this point where love and creation and God now has put their foot down, things are changing. There's a different tone in the air, different smell, different sensation. It's a palpable taste. And it's not going away. It's going to climb, increase, and climax to levels you have never experienced before, and it is going to drive your sensitivity and your perceptions inside your physical body crazy until you learn to surrender and accept that you are a feeling being. You are a human being created and designed out of energy, and everything about you is energy. You are connected to creation, the rest of the universe, and the multi-universe is more than you ever have believed or thought. And this physical attachment you have to yourself, of who you are in this life, you are so much more than that. And this is the energy from creation. They are not playing. It is coming hard, it is coming fast, and it's coming intensely. And it's not going to let up. It's going to keep climaxing and climbing and climbing and climbing until you understand. Love is to be surrendered to. Love is to be trusted. To have faith and love. And to follow forward, even if you don't understand, even if you don't see it, if you don't know, you still trust love. And for everybody on this planet that's so prideful and so arrogant in their knowingness and their wisdoms and the things that they've learned in life, who are you when you don't know? Who are you when you don't have faith? Who are you when you can't trust yourself? Who are you when you don't have hope anymore? Who are you? How are you? What is your behavior like? You see, you have to know yourself. Even when you cannot find faith, that you're still going to trust. Even when you cannot trust, you're going to still find faith. You're still going to have hope even though you can't see it. You're still going to hold space for it even though it's not here. Do you know that part of yourself? Have you practiced that part of yourself? Have you experienced that part of yourself? Because if you have not, it is a test that is coming for you, humanity. Because we are not fake. We are not frauds. We are not hypocrites. We are love. It's a simple remembrance of that. A simple reharder feeling in our being that we are that. We have never left that. But you have to accept it first. You have to feel it and accept it, embrace that. Yes, I am that. If you cannot now say that, if you have not said that, it is time to. This energy is not going to let up, as I said before. It is going to push you. It is going to trigger you. It is going to pull away the rugs under your feet until you can see you've been flying the whole damn time. But until you can give yourself the divinity, the grace, the love, the faith, the hope, till you can give yourself your dreams and your wishes and actually accept that they are possible and move forward on that and trust that, have faith in that, and not let anything else around you distract you or pull you off of it. Have you been there? Have you pushed past that? Do you know that part of yourself? Because it is a big part of yourself you're going to have to practice. You're going to have to practice it more, and definitely embody it. Embody it, definitely. This is a very serious matter. Not an intimidating, fearful way. You need to focus, humanity. There's entirely way too much energy on this planet right now. There is entirely way too much purging and releasing for you to be disassociated and cognitive dissonant. You need to be here now. You need to feel, you need to face whatever is coming up now. You need to embrace it and forgive it. Let it go. The cycles are breaking. You're not there anymore. It's not your life. It's not who you are. So stop feeding it. Stop giving power to it. Stop fearing it. Stop being intimidated and having anxiety about it. If it is not who you are anymore, then let it go. First, you have to forgive it. Then you can let it go. If you're trying to let it go, trying to force letting go, or push it out your mind, or trying to forget it without forgiving it, you are a whore. You are a hypocrite and a fraud. And none of us truly are that. We are all love. So stop letting your ego get in the way and hijacking you. You are not above love. None of us are. I'm not above love, and neither are you. Respect, honor, integrity, humbleness, unconditional love, forgiveness, grace, compassion, patience, nurturing. Where are those qualities in you? Are you practicing them? Are you giving them to yourself first? Because if you are not, you are being a half-ass. You are choosing to cheat yourself out of a grander experience and love and healing solely because you're just content with where things are, even though you're not happy. Because you don't want to try anymore. Because you think it's going to fail again. Because you don't have support, you don't have people around you, because people aren't pumping you up, because people aren't cheering your name. You're not going to love yourself. You're not going to support. You're not going to push forward. What is that? Humanity. Love is asking you, what is that? Because love didn't create that. Empowerment, courage, bravery, stability and foundation, strength, divine empowerment, faith, love, and hope. That's what love is. That's what love created. So what is this half-ass lower crap that humanity is trying to pass along and get by on? It's not going to work anymore. You are going to feel this deeply in your body, humanity, the longer you persist and stubbornly put this off. You will surrender. You will accept love. You will forgive. You will allow this energy to move through you. Because you are not above forgiveness, because God has forgiven. You are not above allowance, because God has allowed everything. You are not above trust, because God trusts you, even though you don't trust yourself. How does that turn around on you, humanity? Every single time, it is us. It is me. It is you. There is no God that is at fault at this point. It is us. God has done everything 100% in integrity. And I had a moment with the angels earlier today as well, before we get to the next part. I was talking to Mom, and she came through. She was so fiery. She's like, I have done everything. I have done everything. Why do I always get less? I just need a moment. And I can do everything. I can change everything. My heart just blew up and exploded. Because it's so true. God is always here with us every single moment, every single present moment. God is always present moment. God is never not in the present moment. So where we are in the future, God is not there. God is not in the future. God is not in the past. God is not 5 minutes ago. God is not 2 hours ahead. God is right here, right now. If you cannot have patience, if you cannot slow your ass down enough to wait for yourself and wait for God to come together and co-create, because I'll remind everybody, this is a co-creation and never has not been a co-creation. You have always been in this union bond, this relationship with God since the very beginning of your existence. You are half of the puzzle, not the whole thing. Step down off the soapbox. Quit trying to be the one in the spotlight. It's not all about you, and you are not the only one doing everything. And this is the humbling thing we have to go through, because God is always with us. But if we are not allowing God into our space, if we are not allowing God to flow through what we are creating or doing and what we are saying and being, then we are without love. We are without purity and trueness and wholeness. It's an empty shell. And we all know what that looks like because we've been living our whole life like it. You want to continue the next 30 years like that? Do you want 20 more years of pain and suffering? You should be able to answer that now. Because life should be enough at this point for you to say, I'm ready for a different experience. How much do you have to have the foot of God on your neck before you finally see, hey, maybe I'm going the wrong way. Maybe this isn't highest. Maybe this isn't based out of love. Maybe I'm choosing to punish myself, make myself suffer more. Maybe I'm the one excluding myself from love, then creating the fantasy that I don't have it. Isn't that the ironic thing that we all do? Stop the game, humanity. Cycles are breaking and they're coming down fast. I know the energy is really intense right now on the stream. I'm watching the Telegram, the Facebook. It's going to be intense. I'm not worried about numbers. I'm not worried about how many people are listening. This is going to hit home when people are ready. But this energy doesn't change from what's actually happening in present moment reality right now. And this is why it's happening. It doesn't matter who chooses to listen or respond or receive. The energy is ever present and it will do its thing. How aware you are, how prepared you are, how responsive you are in the moment to that energy, that's all up to you. And I let go of all control and attachment and expectation to that. And I allow love and creation to handle all the details. But I will be a messenger for the angels and God and share this with you, that she loves you so, 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 so much. And this love is going to break you down. And ultimately at the core, you're going to see yourself and you're going to fall back in love with yourself again. Because that's what's happening on this planet. Confirm. You hate yourself. We all hate ourselves, confirm again, so damn much. And we would rather have the sad story. We'd rather have the nightmare. We'd rather have the drama and the long drawn out story of suffering rather than just stopping everything. Accepting love, realizing what we're doing to each other and to ourselves, realizing that we are so far off the track. We have allowed so many things to come in and infect and manipulate and contort and twist our perception of love and what we are here to do and our purpose for existing in this world. It is all coming down. The ceiling is cracking, humanity, and you better prepare yourself. This energy is coming in hot. Preparation started last year in August. If you weren't listening, you better open your ears now, because the energy is still not going to recede for you, even though you chose to be ignorant and chose to be stubborn and numb and non-receptive. And that's the energy coming straight from the galactics. It is time to let it go. Surrender now. Your pride, your arrogance, thinking you know better. You know nothing. And it is going to shake the very foundation that you stand on, that you so strongly protect and invest in so much in your life. It is going to fall apart. And it's nothing wrong. It's nothing bad. It's not a nightmare. It's not you did something wrong. You're being punished by God. Everything you have asked for, what you are truly asking for is love and peace and freedom and deliverance from everything in this world. Then that means the things that have held you captive, the things that are enslaving you right now, the things that are holding you under in your ego darkness have to go for you to actually achieve what you have asked for. And this is where your control, your attachment, your projection and blame on God and creation, everyone else around you is going to come out and play. Because ultimately you want the healing, but you don't want to surrender to it. You want to love, but you don't want to work for it and learn it. That's the truth. You're lazy, half-ass, complacent, and stagnant. You need help being motivated. You need help being inspired, and there's nothing wrong with that. But can you actually accept that? Can you say that to yourself? I need help. I'm not motivated. I'm not inspired. I don't have my passion right now. I don't know how to create. I don't know how to express. I'm not being my authentic, real self. Please, somebody help me. Have you even done that? Have you stepped forward? Have you even made any intention in that direction? Then you're a whore if you haven't. It's high time to face yourself in the mirror, humanity. It's done. Love is coming in hot. The angels are all aligned, and this march is already in commencement. From this day forward, this whole month, it's going to push you into the core of your being. Everything you have hidden from, everything you have tried to lie and justify, betray and deny, it is going to come right around 360 and slam right in your face. And only forgiveness is going to free you from it. And ultimately, if we look at it this way, we have asked for this kind of intensity. The things that are going to pop off now for us all are exactly what we have asked freedom from, forgiveness for, clarity, awareness, that we are lost in, that we are stuck in, that have been continual cycles for the rest our entire life. Some from childhood, some from teenage years, some from when we became adults and we just decided just to be our own self. Live life, YOLO, you only live once and you gotta live it all, like burn it all out, just be wild and rebellious and just completely destructive. And hate yourself all the while you did it. Tearing yourself apart for a rebellious idea that the world also was corrupt and it was enslavement, but then you chose to destroy yourself as a point to the world that you would not be controlled and enslaved, but ultimately you destroyed yourself. You took yourself further into the darkness. You played the same game they were playing. You just played the other side. You didn't win anything. None of us did. And you will not win anything without love. That is the truth. There is no competition. There is no force. There is no conquering or dominating anything in the world anymore. It is done. Patriarchy is out. Let it go. Surrender. And allow love to flow in. The control is going to break. And ultimately, the energy is going to squeeze every frequency of control on this planet into an insane amount of intensity, to where you can see just how controlling you are in your life, in your experience, in your expression, how you interact with other people, and what you are going to co-create in your life. How much control do you have? How much downplaying are you doing? How much are you squeezing your expression so much to the point where you are driving yourself crazy, when all you have to do is just be yourself? Say it, feel it, be it, sing it, dance it, move it. But God damn it, you have to be it. The fakeness is over. Who are you pretending for? Who are you putting the mask on for? We had 2 years, humanity, of putting the mask on. You didn't get the point? Putting the mask on, taking it off every day, putting the mask on, taking it off every day. Did you get the point that you're wearing a mask? That is all fake. It's all illusion. It's all a play. And you have bought so much into it where it controls your life. It dictates how you feel emotionally, your mental thoughts. What you feel to do in a day, what you want to go out and experience, where you have to wear a mask, you don't have to wear a mask, you have COVID and this and pandemic and this and all this bullshit. When all you can do is just go out and touch a tree, go out and talk to your friends, go out and mingle and be in unity with other people. You see, the mask, the illusion, who you have portrayed yourself to be, who you have bought and invested yourself to be, has taken over your life so much to the point where you no longer know you're playing a game. You forgot that it's all a game and you're solely invested into it. Pull out now. Unplug yourself. Disconnect from that. Detach. Ding. From this experience that's going on right now. COVID, all this different thing, the illness and all. Let it go. I will tell everybody on here 100% you do not have COVID. Stop lying to yourself. Stop buying bullshit. Stop listening to people who are just full of crap. Everything is energy on this planet. 100%. There is nothing that exists on this planet that is not energy. It is impossible. That is the only impossible thing in creation, is for something to exist without it being energy. Everything is energy. Through and through. And so are you. So is everything going on. Everything is a frequency. Every illness, sickness, cancer, disease, whatever you name it, is all an energetic frequency. If you choose to buy the physical lie, the label that they put on top of the thing that gets you to buy it, you are always going to be manipulated. Go deeper. Quit being dumb. Quit being numb. Quit being half-ass. And moving a little bit into it, I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just buy it because it's too much work to actually figure it out or understand or research it or help myself actually understand and support myself so I can trust myself more and my own discernment, my own stability and foundation, so where I can stand on my own 2 feet and not be manipulated by other people. Are you doing that for yourself, humanity? It's getting deep, and it's going to keep getting deeper and deeper and deeper this month moving forward. Games are up. We've done all the internal changes and transformations, all these different things, the feeling and the swimming and the expression and the crying and the raging, and we've done all of it since last year, August, okay? You had all these moments to get all that out. Now comes the action. Because as we know, spiritual, mental, emotional, then physical. That's how the energetic bodies work. So as we've gone through all those other energetic bodies, the spiritual, the mental, the emotional bodies, now comes the physical. And thus the physical world and experience around us also changes with our physical body and the choices we physically choose to move forward and make. That is all 100% true. And as we have moved into this space now with this energy, now the physicality begins to start. Physical action, physical moving forward, physical acceptance, physical forgiving. Are you physically doing it? It's not a lip service. It's not talking out your side of your neck. It's not being in fantasy. It's not telling a story 24/7. Are you physically moving your body and embodying it? Are you accepting it? Are you doing it? Is it in your behavior? Because if it is not, you're not doing it. It's all a fantasy. It's time to be real. It's time to step up. It's time to embody the truth that you speak and stop lying out your mouth and not embodying what you say. That is a very dangerous area to be in. I will share that with everyone, especially now in these energies, the consciousness on this planet is a very dangerous area to be in. Speaking with your divine voice, your divine energy of expression, speaking things out into creation, and not physically following through with it. You are going to end up in a very huge error, in a jam of energy. Because what you are saying and proclaiming and demanding from the universe, you have no intention ultimately to stand in that. To be it, to embody it, to do it. Therefore, you are summoning all this energy in for you to support you, and now it's going to completely slam you. It is going to drown you in unconsciousness because you are stating things that are not true. This is what's going to check humanity massively because integrity is everything to the Creator. Prime Source Creator is 100% in integrity 24/7. As her children, if we cannot embody that or anything close, no, will not do. We are divine children of Prime Source Creator. Therefore, the same divine qualities are ours as well as attributes. Therefore, they're ours to embody as our divine traits too. They're part of your blood, your genes, your codes, your energy signature, who you are as a divine being. It's everything that you are. That's what you were designed out of. So therefore, no one has the excuse that they can't do something, that they can't forgive, they can't be humble, they can't surrender, they can't trust, they can't have faith. All bullshit. All crap. Because God did it. God created us. We are a part of God. There is no separation or difference. Therefore, the same accountability and responsibility that God has, as her children, we have as well. You are fully 100% accountable and responsible for this planet, for the collective and everything that happens on this planet, whether you chose to do it or not. You are still part of this reality and this experience. And we are all one and always have been one together. There is no separation. The moment you want to separate something, the moment you want to exclude something, single something out, no. It's not real. It's ego. We are combined and interconnected in so many ways you have no idea. How we all operate and intermingle with each other energetically before we even get to voices and words or even looking at each other. We're already connected in so many ways. Truly brilliant, the design of creation that God made. Truly. So, whew, man, there's a lot of energy that came out. Like, definitely, it was pumping through, no holds barred. Like, definitely, hey, if it triggered you, if it was intense, if it got the spark of passion and fire going, I'm grateful. That's what I surrendered to. But, this is going to keep continuing, as I said, from today on forward. This energy is not leaving the planet, and we have to climb. We have to change. Things are shifting so fast. And if you haven't seen it yet, it is coming. I'm telling you right now, it is coming. Drink your water, stay grounded, do your practices and disciplines. Keep being consistent, right? You're going to start seeing energy flood in like a water flood. And by that point, you got to already be prepared. By that point, you got to already be in consistency with your discipline. Because by the time the flood comes, you're basically just staying afloat, right? And that's what's going to happen. The ego, where it thinks it's so prideful and arrogant, it's like, oh, I'm just ahead. Oh, I got it. Oh, I'm not worried about it. And that flood comes and starts drowning, right? This is why you stay prepared, right? Embody the divinity. Do your practices and disciplines. They're not hard. It's simple. You're just going to find every excuse in the book why you don't have to do it, why you can't do it, or why you didn't get to it. That's just simple, right? I'm not here as your parent. I'm not here to call you out and continue to hold you and counsel and try to. No. You got to learn to do that for yourself, honestly, right? Or you're going to keep falling to the wayside. You're going to keep hitting rock bottom. You're going to keep suffering until you learn to grab your damn balls and get on the saddle. It's go time. It's ride time. You got to go, right? Everybody get in the saddle. Let's go. Love everywhere present. 5D New Earth. Let's go. This shit is coming in. This energy is coming in hot. And nobody's waiting anymore. Creation's not, right? Let me just reheart everybody on this planet, which is a very small fact. This physical ascension is not just for this planet. It's not just for humanity. This physical ascension is also for the rest of creation. And the attributes and the evolution ripple out effect from this planet that it will have once we all do reach that breaking point and ascend, it is going to send so much energy and transformation and evolution to the rest of this universe to allow the rest of the universe to become more physical and evolve further. So you see, these things going on this planet right now are not up to you. They're not up to when you want them or how you want them or just how they'll be. It is so much bigger than you. It's so much beyond everything that you possibly have been attached to in this life. Your picture is so small. Open your eyes. Look at the sky. Get out of your head. Everything in creation is moving at once together. And we are all on this ride together. Changing, evolving, and growing. Us, the galactics, the angels, the inner earth beings, the beings that you have never seen before, that have been living underneath your feet for thousands and thousands of years, that are just as physical to the touch as you are. Bet you didn't know that, some of you. Everything is coming to a breaking point where these cycles that we've been stuck on for thousands of years are breaking. And what will come out of that will be everything new. Everything that's been hidden, everything that's been held back, everything that's been deceived. All of it's going to be made transparent and brought into the light. But that's only after the cycles that have been kept, keeping it hidden, holding it back, break. Then that energy can move forward. Then we are ready to embrace it because we are finally done with the old cycles that have been keeping us from that experience. Everything is a process, and we are not jumping anything in this process. Therefore, buckle up and surrender, because it's going to be a wild ride. But through love and forgiveness and trust and faith, your experience is going to be so significantly elevated, much, much, much more than those who choose lower in fear and choose to force their way through this experience. It's going to be a much harder lesson for those individuals. Better surrender now and trust, because it's only going to get more intense. So the better the better you get a discipline or an action now, it's going to become more, just more a behavioral pattern. You're just going to be able it's organic. You just do it versus trying to learn something in mid-trigger, mid-spin, mid-drowning in your own misery, and then you're trying to learn how to forgive at that point. It's like, really? You want to go insane? You want to really drive yourself nuts? That's the way to do it. Is to put off until the very last moment where you have to forgive, because the only way you're going to actually come out of it. Why not learn it now, right? Why not do it now? Why not practice it now and feel it now? So by the time you get there, it's like organic practice. It's like waking up. It's like drinking a glass of water. It's like brushing your teeth. You do it every day. It's normal for you. Why not do that for this? It's simple. Don't make it harder for yourself. Okay. All right. Woo. Whew. My body is finally starting to calm down from the energy. So I feel we're going to move to cards. Give me 1 second. All right. In the notebook, I'm going to write a number down for those on Telegram, YouTube, and Facebook, 1 through 100. Give me one moment. All right. I wrote down number 1 through 100. If you feel it, guess it, intuit, whatever. Write down the number in your comment box on Facebook. Those on Telegram, go back to the chat room you were in before and post in the comment box below. Join as listener. And then YouTube, y'all know the drill. I'm going to get a collective card going in a moment. Cool. Beautiful. All right, let's get a collective card going. We're going to do the animal. Oh, actually, no, the angels want to do Starseed first. All right. So let's do the Starseed Oracle deck first. Telegram's straggling, man. They're holding on. Got like 4 people on Telegrams. Like they slowly dwindle throughout the call. It's like everyone's slowly like exiting out the chat. They're like, oh shit, like this energy is too much. I'm just laughing my ass off because I mean, like you're gonna come back to it at some point. You're like, you know what? I probably should have listened a little bit longer in that stream. You're gonna come back to it and listen. And you're like, you know what? You're right. I'm being a whore. And I know all the words, I mean, like, and everything. I just surrendered to the angels, so all the words and all. I know usually today was a little bit more intense than usual. A lot of colorful language and stuff. And again, it's all expression. But the angels know exactly what's going to trigger you. They know exactly what words to say in the right way, the right context, the right tone to trigger the fuck out of your ego. Because the whole time you sit in comfortability, the whole time you're docile, relaxed, and just laying around and just kind of going through the motions, not really stimulated or even like alert or aware, you're fucking up. You're ruining yourself and your experience. You're fucking everything up. Stop, pull back, get back in your body and feel your heart. Feel the experience. Feel the sensitivity. What is your intuition saying? What are the angels saying? What is your heart saying? Are you even feeling that? Are you even tapping into that? Or do you even care about that in the day? You see, this energy is going to stop you dead in your tracks and it's going to check you on every single one of these checks. Where are you at with this? Where are you at with this? Where are you at with this? If you don't know that, if you have not practiced that, if you don't give a fuck about that, guess what? Those lessons are going to be a little bit more intense. Because divinity is 100% divinity. Divinity is not 99% divinity and 1% ego. It's not 90% divinity and 10% ego. Divinity is divinity 100% through and through. So if we're going to embody divinity, it's going to be divinity. Every fragment and shred of that ego has got to go. Therefore, you must embody. Step into that place in yourself and know that divine trait for yourself and feel that. Experience it. What divine faith actually feels like when that's all you got? What divine trust feels like when that's all you've got? Divine hope. What if divine compassion when everything else around you is breaking down and falling apart? And all you've got is just compassion. Just to love it as long as you can. And hope that it's going to turn around. Because it will. But do you practice that? Have you practiced that? Do you intend to keep moving forward practicing that kind of compassion? Detaching yourself from the world of what you see around you, but still being the master of love that you are. That you've been created and born into this world as. Right? That's the key. Okay. Angels like cards. Okay. Cards. Okay. Alright. Starseed cards. Alright. What's going to be angels for today? Ooh. It's so synchronistic on the spot, of course, angels. So the card we just pulled is a new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. If that's not a 100% synchronicity of what everything we've just talked about in this stream, I don't know what is, right? So the card says a new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision, right? How do we hold the vision? Through passion, inspiration, motivation, positivity, visualization, imagination. Keep holding space for the grander, beautiful, more colorful, exciting, lovable things in life. Even if it's not here, we still give that hope and faith and trust and love to that space we hold, because that is what we want to manifest. That is the world we want to live in. That is the world we want to walk in with our children hand in hand and experience together with. That is what we wish to manifest, not what we are sitting in suffering, right? So pull your eyes from the world around you and start focusing on holding the vision of what we want to manifest and move into together. Okay? All right, that's the Starseed deck, and then we're going to go to Animal deck real quick. All right. let's see. What's going to be for the animal card? Let's see. Interesting. So this is going to, card number 20. So this is the dolphin spirit. This and that are true. Interesting. Let's see what this is about. Number 20. All right, dolphin spirit. Dolphin spirit, like her earthly manifestation, is a reharder of duality. Whoa, this is getting deep, folks. Get ready. As the dolphin is both mammal and sea creature, so too is dolphin spirit both this and that. Two truths coexist. The story you tell and another as well. Oh man, this is hitting my heart. Definitely a huge synchronicity. All right. The duality of life is present when we are suffering. For there is a blessing too in the helpers that appear. Let me just slow that down. So it's sharing the experience that we're all in. Yes, there's suffering, but there's also supporters. There's people that show up, responders, right? That's you and me. We're the responders. Are you responding? It's probably why the world's still suffering. You get it yet? Everyone has to play a part. People are suffering. Where's the responders at? Get it? All right. Let's move forward. So, within clouds are silver linings. When we later reflect on what happened, we can see that the situation was both this and that, and a choice led to both joy and sorrow. No relationship is either all good or bad, and people have qualities of both light and shadow. Focus on the positive, for light exists alongside the darkness. Dolphin spirit calls for you to come up from below and enjoy the weightless moment in the sun as you dive in and out of this and that, accepting and even enjoying the duality of life. Why not join dolphin spirit in acknowledging and affirming the blessings present in this moment? In all areas of your life, there are aspects of both this and that. Today, you can celebrate this fact and recognize the complexity and the beauty of the fabric of the universe. You are at a place right now where your past self is still present. As you move toward the new self you are becoming. Aspects of both selves are present, so even you want to say goodbye to what was. You are required to find solace in this between time. Ooh, feel it, humanity, right? Today is not a day to choose one over either, but rather to accept things as they are without judgment and resistance. Even in matters of the heart, duality is present. Your next action will be obvious when you drop your bias and see things as a whole. When you most want to be acknowledged as right and see other ways as wrong, dolphin spirit appears as a reharder that the story of your suffering and righteousness is a little more complicated than you are admitting right now. Do you want to see things in black and white and be rigid in your ideas of what's correct and what is not? Release your rigidity and embrace the fluidity of life as you recognize the grace that reheart you. There are two sides to every story, an upside to each downside, and a blessing in every challenge. What you think is wrong may end up being right for you. So let dolphin spirit soften your heart so that you make the best decision at this time, playing with the possibilities that present themselves. Beautiful. And that so goes into, key what we were talking about is like you gotta let go and really just accept where things are at this point. Quit trying to pick and micromanage and control and trying to blame and project and dictate things. Stop everything. Literally press the red button down wherever inside of you there's that red button. Find it and slam it. Press that red button. Bring everything inside of you to a full stop and just look at yourself for a moment. Breathe, feel, drink a damn glass of water, and sit down, okay? Quit trying to run everywhere, doing everything, answering everyone, and bypassing yourself. Let that cycle go. You are worthy of everything you would normally give somebody else. And if you have not given it to yourself first, you are in debt with yourself. That is a heavy price to pay. Stealing love from yourself. Okay, humanity? Surrender is now. Okay? It's time to pay up. Every single shred of love that we have held out from ourselves, that we have been in contempt to, and we've chosen to steal and push away from ourselves. It's time to pay up, humanity. Man, it's a high order. Very, very, very high, tall order of love. Which means at this point, we cannot get lost and distracted in hatred and rage anymore. The blame and complaining, the projection, all those things, there's no more energy for it. We are so in debt with love that all we can do to get ourselves out of this hole is love. That is the price. That's the cost of where we are at in this experience. And it is the only thing that's going to be accepted for us to move forward is love. Okay? One more card for us all before we get to everybody's individual cards. All right, let's do a little unicorn card real quick. All right. All right. How's everybody holding up? I'm going to look at the comments here in a moment before we get to the other cards, but I know it, again, it's intense, but just surrender, receive, let go, and just love yourself, forgive yourself. This energy is going to keep coming hot, and sometimes we need to hear it from somebody else. We need to be called out from someone else. We need to hear those triggering words come out of someone's mouth because we've been spending all of our time hiding away from it or not saying it to ourselves. So the moment we actually hear it, the moment someone actually says it to our face, it makes a difference. And it makes us not feel alone in that, hey, somebody else sees us. And maybe it's not so bad just to surrender because it might be better on the other side. Okay? Trust. It's going to help you out so much, humanity. All right, let's go forward. Let's see the sassy unicorn card, what we got. All right, let's see. Pink card. Oh, we got another one, they said. All right, which one for the second one, angels? Oh, 2 pink cards. Oh, shit. All right. So the first card is, it's not everyone else's fault. It's yours. Oh, man, the angels are like just so coming in hot, man, on the streams. It's not everyone else's fault. It's yours. The back of it says, you are a grown-ass adult. Stop blaming others for your shit. It's literally like 100% what we've been talking about. You know, and this is the next step. Again, the angel, like how many confirms and synchronicities do you need for you to get it? It's time. Move forward. Let it go. Forgive. Move forward with yourself and love yourself. It's time. The playing games, the downplaying, the manipulation, the hiding and being coy with yourself and just like pretending, wearing a mask, it is not going to get you any further on this path. For anybody in this experience, you have now been given a line in creation, a line in your physical reality, a line in life itself. From this moment forward, a line has been drawn with creation. Nothing will make it past this line unless it is love. Therefore, everything that you are still keeping in contempt from love, the pressure from behind you that is building of love is going to squeeze you in between until you can let it go and surrender and trust and say, you know what? It is far worth it to love. It is far worth it to let it go and not suffer. It is far worth it to know peace. Right? You have to be able to say that and accept that. So, all right, and the next card is stop talking. Shut your mouth and listen. This is another big piece for humanity as well at this point. There's a lot of things triggering people. There's a lot of things going on in the news. There's a lot of things people can attach to and complain about. Stop talking. Stop talking. Shut your mouth. Listen. Listen to what is going on around you. Listen to what your heart is saying. Listen to what your body is telling you. Listen to what your intuition and your angels are telling you through your heart. Listen now, humanity, more than you have ever listened before. Shut your mouth. Stop moving around. Stop spazzing out. Enough. Sit down, and like this card says, shut your mouth and listen. At this point, the only thing that's going to help you is receiving. Because we can see at this point where it's gotten you off of everything that you think you know. So is it time to listen? Is it time to receive now and shut your mouth? Probably. It will behoove you, every single one on this planet, to do so. Because again, the energy will keep climaxing and increasing. Alright. Coolio. So, let's see what's on that card. Alright, let's see what we're on. Facebook. Alright, we've got 42, 23, 63, 17, 22. Hold on, let me go back to the notebook because I forgot the number I picked. Like usual. Let's see, it's why we wrote it down. Alright. Number is 43. So, show that everyone for visual confirm. You can see that. So, number 43. Boom. Alright, so let's see who got close. So, Facebook again. Let's see. Oh, Linda Finland Curtis got 42. Yo, that's dope. I don't feel I've ever seen you on stream. You might be a new person. If you are, welcome. We love you. Very grateful for you sharing space with us and attending. We got 63, 23, 17, 22. And then over on YouTube, we got 67, 33, 82. We have a 43 from Shaniel him. I do not know how to pronounce that long word, but we'll call you Channy. Yeah, Channy got 43, and we got 33 and 81. And then let's see. We're going to go over here onto the chat. Let's see. There's a message from Roxy, but there's nothing in it. So I don't know if that was a number, Roxy, or I don't know. Like, it literally is a blank message with nothing in it. So, Telegram folks, if you want to participate in that, just put comments in the chat. What number? Oh, and yes, this is a very, very awesome jazzy background. Very, very awesome. Thank you to Mama and Aurora for ordering this. And definitely it's a huge step in the right direction. Like, it definitely matches the energy today. I didn't even think about that, but I'm like, all this fiery dragon energy. I'm just like, whoa, look at the background. Of course, it's all like everything today has been so ironic and synchronistic and just like on the spot. Like, can't deny it. It's so freaking awesome. Let's see. Let me check. I'm going to give Telegram another moment because I'm not quite sure what's going on in Telegram. But if you want to participate in Telegram, just go back to the Join Us Listener post and then comment. Roxy, if you can hear me, your comment didn't come through. It's just blank. So I don't know what number you chose. But I will give you a moment so you can pick one along with anybody else. No. Strong ones you can't play. That's not, no. I already gave a number. I already told everyone what the number was. I was asking Roxy what her number was because it's blank. And I trust Roxy to be in integrity and honesty with what she had put already prior, but I don't want to move forward without her because she did participate. So that's all I was sharing. But thank you for participating anyway, strong ones. Let's see. Oh, Linda says, wow, I have been here a long time ago, recently returned. My intuition is getting good. Beautiful. Yeah, you would definitely have wanted like just one off, but Channy from YouTube got smack dab 43. So like that's awesome. Both of you are so like that's amazing. You know, definitely for everyone else, if you want to practice or anything like that, I mean, you can practice with cards, put a dot on a card or a number on a card. Or actually, it doesn't really work because you know what the number is. But have someone else write a number on a card for you and then you just kind of like go through like flashcards, just feel into it with the number on the other side, and see if you can kind of feel into what the number is, and there's all kinds of different ways to practice, have fun with it. It also helps out, also with your, being in a group setting, if you working with other people who are trying to learn or, get better at practicing and mastering, that actually speeds up the consciousness if you didn't know that. But of course, the ego wants you to feel shameful or wants you to feel like a little inadequate or shy because you don't know it, or you're just not the best at it, you're not a pro, you can't show off with it. So the ego's gonna want you to like kind of like downplay it, be in unity, show that you don't know everything and learn from other people. That's the whole point. But you'll never make to that level unless you can be humble and accept that humility for yourself, because no one is above each other. We're all on the same page. We're all equal, right? So I don't see anything from Roxy, so I guess Roxy may have gotten off. That's fine. Just want to give her a moment to re-clarify. That's cool. So we're going to move forward. So Chani, boom, got the number. Thank you. So congrats, Chani, for that beautiful love. And then we are going to get the cards going. We're going to start with the animal cards for you, love. We have paper or pen. Getting a lot of information. All right. Ooh, beautiful. So number 7 from the animal deck, Beast Spirit. Sweet results await. Oh, snap. Angels are orchestrating some deep downloads. All right, we're going to do a little unicorn sassy card real quick, and then we'll read them all together. We're going to do a Starseed card for you, too, as well. They're pinging me. Oh, one just fell out. They want 2. Okay. So this one and that one. And then we're going to do a Starseed deck real quick. Man, y'all, I'm telling you, the energy today and yesterday, it's not stopping. It's coming in hot. All right. All right, what's it gonna be? All right, this one. Coolio. So we're gonna start with the Starseed deck. So the first one is the Seas of Mintaka. Seeing potential. Bring unconsciousness to light. Beautiful. Oh, come on, light, don't black out my picture. There you go. There you go. Beautiful. All right, let's go to Seas of Mintaka. Just pass it. All right. So the Seas of Mintaka, seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. Mintaka is thought to have been a water-based planet containing the most crystal clear waters you could ever imagine. So clear that you could see for miles and miles underwater. The Seas of Mintaka card represents this crystalline clarity of potential and possibility. It's about the ability and choice to see the potential in all people and situations. This could be one of your natural traits, or it could be a sign that what you're currently doing has great potential. Mintakans are thought to have been a galactic race who saw the light in everything and everyone. You may have received this card as a confirmation that a situation or project has extreme potential and will reach fruition. If it appears to be in a spread, it's a very positive sign that things are working out for the highest potential of all involved. It's a very uplifting, light-filled card that brings great harmony, contentment, and positive outcomes. According to Carl Jung, that which we do not bring to consciousness appears in our life as fate. When water appears in dreams and art, it often represents the unconscious mind. Pulling this card also means you may be called to bring to light any unconscious patterns of which you are unaware. To look at them and see them clearly and consciously so they don't appear in your life as fate. What unconscious patterns or behaviors are ready to be brought to the light of day? Beautiful. And the question is, how can you see the potential in a situation you're facing? What unconscious patterns are you being called to bring to light? All right, that's that card. So then the Sassy Unicorn Funny cards. The first one is They Broke Your Heart. Fuck them. Oh, snap. So someone needed to hear that today. So this is again for you, Chani Love. So somebody or they broke your heart. And the back says, fuck them. All right, so let them go. Cut cords. You don't need to be attached to any of that crap anymore, all right? Keep moving forward. Keep being your divine, authentic, true self. Anything that causes you to diminish yourself or compromise who you are as a human being is not love, is not real, and it does not serve you, is not a benefit to you, and you do not need, you don't need to entertain it. You don't need to serve it, and be around it at all. Okay, let it go. Move forward. The second card is Be Fucking Grateful. All right, the back says shit could be so much worse, and it could be. For every single person on this planet, things could be so much worse. Are you grateful for where you are? Are you cherishing where you are at this point? Because it is not without work, it is not without evolution, it is not without healing. So you got here, yet you want more, you want to go further, but you can't be grateful where you are. Whore, entitled, prince or princess. Get out of it, all right? Cherish every single moment. God makes love to everything and everyone in every moment. Everything is love, and you are to make love and co-create with love in every moment. Where you are not, where you are stepping back, and where you are underdoing it in love, that is where you need to push. That's where you need to step up. That's where you need to embody more love, more forgiveness, more trust, more faith, more hope. More love, okay? No one's saying you're not doing anything. No one's saying you're not being love. But there's always more love you can be. There's always greater depths of love you can dive into. And if you're choosing to pull back from that, choosing just to skim by on the surface, you're not really being love, right? This is the time that's going to really call us all out and get us to look at ourselves straight on in the mirror with nothing distracting us. Pure whole truth love for everyone. In a way, like the angel said, a full disclosure. So let's bring it. Number 7 with the B spirit, sweet results await. And it's funny how they kind of go through all these different things from back, talking about the Mintaka planet, the water, and the perspective, and it being that space, and then letting things go, and being grateful where you are. And now we're getting to the part where the last card is sweet results await. That's the end of the process after we get through the whole awareness and the clarity and the acceptance and letting go and forgiveness and embodying divinity. Then what we manifest from choosing to be that light and love is grand and sweet. It is amazing, right? So again, thank you, Angel, for showing us the process. So then number 7, as we go into the book, for the bee spirits, so sweet results await. The bee spirit's message is that sweet rewards are on their way if, quote unquote, if you are willing to get your ego out of the way and immerse yourself in the connected energy of all things. Bee spirit knows not to let a sense of being a separate self get in the way of a good thing. Spirit is always producing honey. Miracles and magic are everywhere. When you connect with the great hive, you are vibrating and buzzing in exquisite harmony with all. Bee spirit asks that your focus be on connectivity. Your body, your heart, soul, and psyche experience total interconnectedness and a true integration with when you self-forget, when you remember that you are part of a greater unified consciousness. Meaning, just stop there for a moment, letting go of the self-identification. Who you think you are in this life, what your name is, who you are in your career, who you are to your family, just this persona that who you think you are, you're so much more. But you're never going to be able to understand that or connect to that if you're still attached to this one image of yourself, and that's the only thing you'll let yourself be. You'll never be anything else unless you let yourself be something else and be okay with letting go of what you used to be. Okay? Moving from separation into connection, from self-centered limitation to spirit-centered infinite possibility and potential. You become busy as a bee, enjoying the gifts of bee spirit. Fully in alignment with your highest expression of yourself, your heart opens and creativity rushes through you. seemingly without effort as you experience that nothing feels like work. Industriousness is driven by enthusiasm and inner motivation, and time seems to fly by quickly as the hive supports you in making of honey. Do you feel the presence of your helpers in the hidden realms, adding their energy to your creations? Magical results are taking form and will be sweeter than you expect. Bee Spirit wants you to remember that your part in the divine partnership with the conscious universe is being rewarded even if you can't see that yet, and ask that you share your good fortune as there is plenty of honey for all. Be a part of the larger whole, the force that brings forth all that is sweet and delightful. When Bee Spirit comes as your protector, she asks you to be very honest with yourself. Do you want to taste the sweet honey others have been making, but you believe is unattainable for you? Do you wonder how others ended up with so much magical honey when you seem to have none? Have you bought into the illusion of separation and become convinced that you can't have what others in the hive enjoy? Do you separate from the hive to do it all on your own, or to hoard what honey you have, unwilling to trust what there is plenty of support and plenty of sweetness to go around? If you have been overworking and overdoing and have not given yourself any time to enjoy the sweetness of your life, Bee Spirit is telling you to stop and recharge. Perhaps you're afraid that if you don't get something done, it just won't get done. However, even busy bees need to take a break. And when they do, the honey still gets made. Ooh, wait a minute. Hold up. Angel's like, reverse. Going back. Let's say that again. All right. Perhaps you're afraid that if you don't get something done, it just won't get done. However, even busy bees need to take a break. And when they do, the honey still gets made. You see the picture? If you're trying to slave yourself into a workhorse and like work all the hours and just move your body to exhaustive levels where you're not even taking care of yourself and you think you're doing something for the planet or for love, you're lying to yourself. There is nothing love would ask you to do that would make you suffer, that would make you sacrifice something of yourself for love. Never. So if you're doing that, you're doing it of your own intentions, of your own volition, of your own reasoning, because it makes sense to you, but it's not what love is asking you to do. There's a very big difference with that. It's for everybody, not just Chani. Perhaps you're... Where read that? All right. So reheart yourself that sweetness is everywhere and available to you always when you need it. Beautiful. Thank you, Angels, for that card. Anything else for Chani? Angels. Alright, so love. Basically just a quick summarized explanation from the angels. Whatever you are locking away in your feminineness, you need to let it go. Okay? Holding that down, suppressing it, stuffing it away, all that beautiful magic, let it go. Let it come up and out. Express it. Be authentic. Move your body. Say it. Do it. Write it down. Wear it. Draw it. Create with it. It's time to be it, okay? But the time to, tying yourself down, like limiting your divine feminine expression and trying to choose just to be like very just black and white. When has that ever served you? When has that ever brought you joy? When has that ever brought you healing? And instead, has that always brought you the wanting, the desire, and the lust after something better in life? Right? So I feel at this point, the angels just like, let it go. Okay? Whatever reason you chose to do it for, this is the cycle coming up to break. You are not a puppet. You are not a trained dog for anybody on this planet. You are here to express yourself and be your authentic self through and through, 100%. If you are not doing it, it's because you're choosing not to. There's nothing outside of yourself that's making you do that. Okay? They're all your reasonings and your belief systems. It's time to be that beautiful divine feminist inside yourself. Embody it, trust it, let it express, let it come through you and flow. It's time to level up who you are, how you've been, your expression, who you are as a person, as a human being. You have another level waiting for you to get to. And it's only going to come through your divine feminine expression and letting go of everything that's holding that back, that's keeping that locked down, okay? Let the divine feminine come through and allow that stuff to flow, okay? So, I love you, channel. Chani. She says, well moved. I don't know. She definitely was feeling the energy, feeling the cards and all the things that the angels shared. So grateful for that. Awesome. Just surrender, trust. Don't think too hard into it. Just, surrender to the feeling, allow it, and let it release. The hard part's already done. You already faced the truth. You already received it. You already listened. So now the next step is just surrender. Just accept it. You already know it's the truth. You already can feel it. Just move through it now and let it go. And then you'll see it will get lighter and lighter and lighter, and you'll feel more liberated and freer. There'll be more space inside of you. You're not going to be, falling apart or, coming out of pressure, suffocating. Or you're going to be more you than you've ever been in a moment. Okay? I love you all. Take care of yourselves so much this week. Definitely this energy is going to keep climbing. Lots of intensity, lots of fire. The angels are raining it down. It's coming down completely on humanity. I cannot begin to describe to you the amount of energy that's coming in. Okay, this intense is going to be amazing. This intense, amazing month it's just going to be, wow. So prepare yourself, drink water, ground. Make sure you're doing those practices and disciplines. If you're not, don't complain, cry wolf later because you didn't do your part. You didn't follow through and love yourself. Patience, nurturing, compassion, forgiveness. All these things are for you to use in your healing for yourself and also for other people. Okay? And so also don't forget, this also is what the angels classified as angel boot camp. Angel training grounds, okay? From this day forward, from this month, it is officially angel training grounds for all of humanity. Things are about to heighten to a whole nother level, and we're going to have to push through a lot of tests that we normally probably got to bypass before. Now the experience is in need of it. It is a requirement energetically to move forward in the reality we are moving to. Therefore, nobody's exempt, and it's now time for it, all right? So I love you all. Trust yourself. Have faith. Stay connected. Communicate. Interact with each other. Stay in the channels, the Yippee chat, the Telegram, sessions and things. Always reach out and communicate. The more you do, the more you're going to be in flow. The more you're going to be aware, conscious, and have clarity. And also have the support system too for you as well. If you don't choose that, that's on you, and that's everything you're going to manifest. So I love you. And I pray that you do what is highest for you in your healing. All of you. I love you all. Take care of yourselves. And we will see you all back on Thursday around 7:30 Eastern Time PM. But definitely look up. There's a lot of updates and things coming. A lot of changes. So just get ready, right? It's time to break the cycles. And everything that's tiring you, everything that's exhausting and just overdone, overdue, overspent in your life, it's because it's done. It's a broken record that's finally reached the end of its cycle, and that energy needs to be rerouted to something better. And you're ready for it finally, right? So make the choice and love yourself enough to follow through that process in integrity and give yourself what you are worthy of, because nobody else is going to do it for you. All right, I love you. Take care of yourself. We will see you all back on Thursday. All right, I love you.